LiCo! 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 I'm just trying to trigger some Ferrari fans. Other than all the problems that Scuderia Ferrari frequently finds itself in, this year they had to resort to a lot of LiCo. But what is LiCo? LiCo refers to lift and coast, a technique used in motor racing to manage fuel, tires, and brake temperatures. What drivers essentially do is lift off the throttle a little earlier than their actual braking point and let the car roll on its own a bit before slamming the brakes. What it essentially does is, for that brief amount of time, the car is rolling on its own without using fuel and brakes. And when done strategically over the course of the race, it helps in saving fuel, tires and brakes quite a lot. LiCo is pure racecraft, and top drivers executed it in such a way that you barely notice them doing it during the race. Most drivers resort to LiCo during the race, but Ferrari boys Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton had to do it a lot more this year.
We need mild LiCo, Charles. Mild.
For sake, we are doing 200 meters like all the time.
And that is mainly because the SF25 suffers from an aerodynamic/mechanical imbalance that makes it harder for the tires to reach an optimal temperature window. And Ferrari basically had to trade off brake cooling and ducting system to channel back heat from the brakes into the tires, which obviously made the brakes run too hot, and drivers had to resort to LiCo to reduce brake load. This was also the reason for Ferrari's brake failure at Singapore earlier this year. Having to do LiCo constantly this year has caused Ferrari's pace significantly. However, practicing the art of LiCo more will come handy to Ferrari drivers in 2026, as reportedly the 2026 cars would need drivers to manage fuel and electrical energy a lot more strategically, and the technique of LiCo will help them a lot in doing that. So what do you think about this art of LiCo? Do let us know in the comments, and follow Racind for more such content.